Welcome to trigonometry. For the next few minutes, please allow me to give you a little overview and orientation of my class. Before we begin, I would like you to take a moment and consider whether this is the right class for you or not. A lot of students take online classes because they think those classes will be easier and they could work anytime they wish. But the reality is you have to study independently. And very often life happens and students always fall behind and eventually are dropped from the class for inactivity. So please think long and hard and consider whether this is the right class for you or not. Okay, now I would like to talk a little bit about some of the policies in my syllabus. First, this is our textbook. I really recommend a hard copy. And because this edition is going to go out of print pretty soon, so you should be able to pick up a hard copy on other places. My bookstore doesn't allow me to tell you which places, but you should be able to pick up a hard copy for a very low price. So take advantage of that. Of course, you also need the access code for my math lab, so sometimes you should consider whether you want to purchase the combo book with the access code or you want to purchase them separately. So that is something for you to calculate. You're only allowed to use scientific calculator during the exam because I will ask you to graph different kind of trigonometric functions during the exam. In this class, you will have multiple sets of homework. Because this is a summer school, I won't include any quizzes. But every 4 weeks, you will have either the midterm and final. So this is a really fast-paced class. Never allow yourself to fall behind. This is my grading policy. In homework, it's about 27% of your grade. And on-site exams are about 60-70% of your grade. So please study before the actual exam. This is an online class. You do not have to attend, well, you only have to attend the exam twice. I would like to say per semester, but it's really just summer. But you might be dropped from the class if you miss 6 or more homework assignments or miss the midterm. Now the exams. You will have 2 on-site exams. The midterm is on Saturday and the final is on Friday. So pay attention to that, it's on Friday. So if you work on that day, you could either arrange for alternative exam time or you just have to take that day off. Now, if you're a local student and you cannot attend the exam during the scheduled time, you could make an appointment in the testing center. But you must take your exam either, well, in the testing center only open from Monday to Friday, so you have to take your exam early. I do not accept late exam. And if you're a distance student, you need to make arrangement for your own pattern, and this is the website where you could find the necessary form and all of the information. And those two websites are also within my Math Lab. And I will talk about my Math Lab during the second half of this orientation. Okay, now let's talk about my Math Lab. And even if you have used my Math Lab in the past, please pay attention to the video because I have my own features within my Math Lab. So go to www.mymathlab.com and click Student. And this is the page you will see. Click Register Now. And enter my course ID, that is KUANG12377. And you will have choice of register if you have Pearson account, or you need to create your own account. Make sure you use the email address which you will use every day, because I send out a lot of announcements via email. Now once you register, you have 3 options. For now, I would like you to get the temporary access for 14 days. Now they only give you 14 days. Make this choice, and then you could go to the course. Obviously, this is not the right course. This is only my example. Now, regardless what I say over here, you need to purchase your permanent access code by Monday, June 22nd. Otherwise, I will drop you from the class. So regardless what I say over here, you need to pay for your access code by Monday, June 22nd. Now let's enter the class. This is your home page. When you first enter, you see a little calendar like this, and if you hover around the homework icon, it will give you links to every week's homework assignment. And the next page is the announcement. If you have never used my Math Lab before, make sure you go through the browser check and everything, a little tutorial. It will show you how to use my Math Lab. After a few weeks, this page will disappear and you will only see my announcement. And every time I create an announcement, I will email you a copy. For the first few weeks, always come here to check whether I have new announcement or not, just in case you enter the wrong email address, or for some reason my announcements are filtered into a different place. After a while, you could just check the email. Discussion board. This is the heart of my class. Every time you sign into my Math Lab, I want you to come over here and see whether there are new posts or not. You're required to post your biography and post within the chapter 1 to 3 forum at least once, and then there is another forum after the midterm. You need to post one message over there as well. So that is the minimum requirement. You could ask a question or answer a question. But I do encourage you to come check other people's posting periodically, answer their question, or just read other people's comment. I find it a lot of people find it extremely helpful during the class, and it also give you a sense of community. A week before the actual midterm, I'm going to post the practice exam with the solution over here. So make sure you come back and check. And the practice midterm will give you a little guideline on how to study for the actual midterm. And I will do the same thing for the final. Within the next page, you will find the actual syllabus. Make sure you download a copy and read it through carefully. And if you have questions, do email me. And here's some information and links for the exams. Now you could access your assignments through calendar. That is the first page you see. Or alternatively, you could enter all of your assignment over here. And please pay special attention to the due dates. Once you finish a homework assignment, or all of your homework assignments, you could come over here into the gradebook and check your overall score. You could click on details to see your grade breakdowns. And over here, right next to your each assignment, if you click on the review icon or button, this takes you into each assignment, and if you see a little check mark, that means you answered the question correctly. If you see a little cross, that means you made a mistake. If you hover around the box, it will show the correct answer along with the answer you enter. So that should help you to study. Okay, so the very last part of this orientation, I just want to remind you of some important deadlines. By Wednesday, June 17, you need to sign up for my math lab with at least a temporary access code. And on the same day, you must score 100% on orientation quiz. And by the Friday, you must finish the first set of your homework assignments. And by the next Monday, you must purchase the permanent access code. So those are some important deadlines that are coming up, and please pay attention to them. I'm very serious about deadlines. Okay, so this is your orientation. If you have more questions, please do email me and ask. Okay, now go ahead and sign up for my math lab and finish the orientation quiz and post your little biography on the discussion board. I'm looking forward to a very successful, I always want to say semester, but this is summer school. It goes by really, really fast. Okay, so please start walking.